England have beaten Argentina 39 points to 10. Scrappy game, high passion, the contact area, a lot of loose ball, turnovers, you name it. Really entertaining if you're a neutral. There is a red card, and the red card is the debating point where the game hinges. But Argentina as a whole was second best. Uda Paletta, while he has been better than Sanchez in this tournament, I'm surprised Sanchez wasn't even named on the bench. So when Uda Paletta's having a poor game, they don't have a second fly half really off the bench to bring on. And Uda Paletta scores the first penalty on 6 minutes. England respond through Johnny May's try on 8 minutes. And then for the next 10 or so minutes, it's a really feisty encounter. There's no backing down from either side. There's no real structure from either side. It is a brutal encounter. And then the Labbanini red card. It is a red card, even though Owen Farrell slightly ducks into the challenge. It's a red card, with what we've seen in the tournament. There's an incident later on with Tuolangi with a tackle in the air on Buffelli. No yellow card there. So the consistency in-game and consistency from game to game when it comes to these calls is up in the air at the moment. But the Labbanini one is a red card, and it does change the game. However, for the next 20-odd minutes, England can't score. Argentina are putting tackle after tackle in. I think that tires them out. Daly's try on 35 minutes and Young's try on the stroke of half-time do basically win the game. It's 15-3 at half time. Argentina have to score first after half time, and they don't. And then the second half, beginning of the second half, is where the game is won completely with Ford's try on 45 minutes, a Farrell penalty. That's basically the game gone now for Argentina. The contact area, it's a scrappy game. Ball control is a big issue, and the humidity, as we've seen at this World Cup, has made the ball very, very greasy. But there's a lot of turnovers there, a lot of silly penalties, even by England, a dominant England side who are winning this game, still giving away silly penalties. That could be an issue going forward, as they have now made the quarter-finals. They've got to sort that penalty count out. Even in victory, they are giving away far, far too many penalties. Finally, Argentina, they've stayed sort of hanging on in the game. Moroni's try on 71 minutes showed that the Argentinians were going down fighting, and it was a great piece of backline interplay. A great bit of hands, attacking the ball with pace. Buffelli converts. So, while Argentina did not play well in this game, and the kicking game especially was poor, even before Labbanini's red card, Uda Paletta didn't have the best kicking game, if I'm honest. Jack Nowell's try, he should not break a tackle from 3 men. I'm sorry, that's really poor tackling by the Argentinian defence. Breaks the tackle too easily, and scores a great try in 73 minutes. That's a statement try from Jack Nowell, who obviously was injured coming into the World Cup. Billy Vunapola's gone off with a slight injury, and Joe Marler's gone off with a slight injury. So there are some injury concerns for England out of this game. But seeing players like Jack Nowell come back in and have an impact, albeit the game was already won, but to have an impact and to fight back within 2 minutes of Argentina getting their first try, that's a statement try from Jack Nowell as a player, and for the team. And Cohen-Dickey's try at the end on 80 minutes, where the ugly scenes after the final whistle from line-out ball, they'd won the forward pack battle by having 8 forwards instead of 7. They'd won that battle, and Cohen-Dickey's making a habit of this from set play maul. He's scored 3 tries in 3 games now, so he's a dangerous mauler, and good technique. Concerns for England. Argentina are packing their bags. They're going home. They're not going to make the quarterfinals. Concerns for England. The first 3 tries unconverted, and a missed penalty in the first half by Owen Farrell. Now, Farrell stayed on as kicker throughout the game. There are other kicking options available for England. Slade came on, Daly's on the field, and George Ford is on the field. They decided to stick with Owen Farrell goal kicking. In another game, those missed kicks could prove crucial should, let's say, a second half fight back from a team or the game be close. It didn't prove crucial today, but that is an area of concern, is his goal kicking. He missed 4 kicks in a row, and scraped one of the conversions in the second half over by in off the post. So some of the goal kicking could be worked on. Penalty count, Courtney Lawes, silly penalty, charging down on Buffelli, with what we've seen in the game so far with the red card to Labbanini. Lucky there. Tuolangi tackling Buffelli in the air. Again, you're lucky not to get a yellow card. Silly penalties, even from a winning position, can be a massive head scratcher. So discipline is something else. But also the contact area. Contact area is really important. A lot of balls were lost forward, spilt ball in contact, being turned over, and that's the same for Argentina as well. But this Argentinian side hasn't looked right throughout the entire tournament. They've looked really below par. I would say England are unbeaten so far, which is a great statement. And they've got a bonus point win today as well, which they didn't even need. They're through to the quarterfinals quite early. This is a complete difference to 4 years ago, where they failed to get out the pool stage. This team has completely transformed itself in the last 4 years. There are issues with the England side, and penalty count is one of them. And goal kicking. If, let's say, Owen Farrell struggles again with the boot in the next game, does George Ford or Daly or Slade take the kicking responsibilities and relieve some of that kicking pressure? That's a question mark. The Ford Farrell axis seems to be working really well. There were issues with it at times being worked out, but I think it's a tried and tested formula. It's simple, it works, and Ford had a very, very good game with the boot. Argentina sides, they lost control of their passion. They got too passionate, a lot of penalties. Lucky, I think, to only lose 39 points to 10. It could have been a lot more missed kicks. And while the Moroni try was brilliant, and that was some great interplay with all the outside backs, for the most part they just didn't show enough. Kicking from hand was poor. Buffelli kicked a penalty out on the full, so not even making the touch. Kicked it too far, kicked it dead on the full. So basic errors as well. But this Argentina side is looking very flat at the moment, and it's in a bit of a rebuild. England's really dominant performance on the scoreline, at least. There are things to work on. Bit scrappy, and the discipline. But there we go. Thank you very much for watching. Place your thoughts below, and I'll have some more videos for you very, very soon.